I could tell other people were looking at me funny. I could feel it, and I could hear it in their voices. It felt like they wished I would just go away. I made them uncomfortable, and I couldn't read the books I loved. I couldn't watch movies, couldn't see sunsets or flowers. It was all invisible, just like me. Like a million different doctors looked at my eyes, and they were all real nice, and they explained what happened, but everyone said it couldn't be fixed. And it was like my parents couldn't see me either. They just saw this thing that was suddenly helpless. They're better now, but still, I'm not their wonderful daughter they were so proud of anymore. Now I'm a job they can't get rid of even if they wanted to. Anger again, deep and hot and hurtful. Out of the corner of my eye, I noticed the man again, the guy with the big hair. He's about 4 feet back from the door, and he looks anxious. He's got an old tan briefcase in one hand. He's standing at an angle where he can see Alicia as she talks. Then he moves, trying to scan the room to see the person who's listening to her. I think, get lost, mister. The room's reserved until 3, and if this girl wants to talk to the walls, that's what she's going to do. What about your friends, I asked. Didn't they help? Her lower lip trembles, and maybe this is one question too many. I really can't take tears. But she pulls back from the edge, and she starts talking again. I guess I was popular before it happened, but that didn't help. All the kids I hung around with just disappeared. All but Nancy. Nancy Fredericks. She was great. She came over almost every day after school, and she talked, and she just sat there and took it if I got mad and started calling her terrible names. And when I cried sometimes, she cried too, but could still see me. And she didn't care about the blindness. That first year, my parents had special tutors come to our house and start to teach me Braille and all that blind junk. You know, like, here's your white cane to tap around with, little girl. But it was Nancy who kept me from going crazy. She told me about school and the teachers and the boys and who had a crush on who. We still talk on the phone. It's like she's the only thing that didn't change in my life. Everything and everybody else changed. It's like I disappeared along with the whole rest of the world. She's done, and she's self-conscious again. I don't know what to say. I feel like I've been reading her diary, risky stuff. So I just say, thanks for telling me all that. Why thanks? She asks. She sits back in the chair and pulls her legs up against her chest. I don't know. I guess because you didn't have to tell me. She gets a devilish smile on her face, like yesterday when you didn't have to tell me about what's happening to you, right? Yeah, like that. And then I see what she means, because I did have to tell her, just like she had to tell me all of this. I had to trust her. Sometimes you have to tell someone else what it's like, because if you don't, you'll go nuts. The Tweety guy is at the door again, and now he's pushing it open, barging right in. Alicia hears the door and turns, putting her feet down as she does. The man says, Alicia, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? The color drains from Alicia's face. She says, what are you doing here? I'm here because your mom called and said she thought you might be meeting someone here today, and you thought it would be all right to do a little spying on your little girl? Is that it? Alicia presses her lips together. She's past the surprise already, and now she's mad. And me, I'm scared because I'm shut inside a small room with a blind girl and her father, and the man is looking for answers.